Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these top 10 rare quarter dollar that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we've got an exciting find, the United States 1994 quarter dollar. This isn't just any old quarter. If you're wondering what makes this coin so special, stick around, because we're going to explore its value, its unique features, and how it could make you a small fortune. Don't miss the big reveal at the end. The 1994 quarter dollar is part of the famous Washington series, which has been in circulation since 1932. However, what sets the 1994 version apart from the others is the way it was minted and its historical significance. In 1994, the U.S. Mint continued the tradition of honoring the first president, George Washington, but with a modern twist. While millions of these quarters were produced that year, not all of them are equal, especially when it comes to condition. So, why is the 1994 quarter dollar such a gem for collectors? Well, let's dive deeper. On the obverse, or front, side of the coin, you'll find a timeless portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Washington's strong, dignified image is a powerful reminder of America's founding. On the reverse side, you'll see the iconic eagle, an enduring symbol of the United States' strength and freedom. But here's where it gets interesting. While the design has remained the same for decades, it's the condition of the coin and some specific mintage features that set some 1994 quarters apart from the rest. Most 1994 quarters you'll come across are relatively common, but there's a rare subset of these quarters that are in much higher demand. What makes these special? It comes down to a combination of things like minting errors, the coin's overall condition, and the number of coins that were produced in certain mints. As you know, the fewer coins available in good condition, the more valuable they become. For example, if you can find a 1994 quarter that is in mint or uncirculated condition, or one that has a rare minting flaw, it could be worth significantly more than its face value. A key factor for many collectors is searching for error coins, coins that feature unusual characteristics like double strikes, misprints, or wrong edge flaws. If your 1994 quarter has any of these errors, you could be holding a hidden treasure that sets it apart from the rest. Some collectors are also specifically looking for proof coins, those that were specially minted for collectors, often with a mirrored finish. These proof versions of the 1994 quarter are far rarer than their standard counterparts and are prized by those looking for something extraordinary in their collection. Now, here's the moment you've been waiting for. If you happen to have a 1994 quarter dollar in pristine, uncirculated condition, or one with a rare minting error, you could be sitting on a small fortune. That's right, this coin could be worth as much as $46,000, yes, you heard that correctly, $46,000 for a single 1994 quarter. It's amazing how much value can be packed into a little coin like this. So, if you've got a collection of quarters or come across one of these special coins, make sure to check its condition carefully. You might just be holding a hidden treasure worth thousands. If you enjoyed this video and want to discover more rare coins with incredible value, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. You won't want to miss any of our future discoveries. Top 2, we've got something really exciting to talk about, the 1998 United States quarter dollar. This isn't your everyday quarter, it's a coin that's capturing the attention of collectors and could be worth a lot more than you think. Stay tuned, because we'll be revealing just how much this seemingly ordinary quarter could be worth in today's market. The 1998 quarter dollar is part of the Washington series, a series that's been circulating since 1932. But 1998 holds some interesting details that make it special. By this time, the U.S. Mint had refined its production methods, and quarters were being minted in large numbers for general circulation. However, just because they were mass-produced doesn't mean all 1998 quarters are the same. The value of a 1998 quarter depends largely on its condition and any unique features it may have. So, what makes the 1998 quarter so unique and valuable? Let's break it down. On the front, obverse, side of the coin, we have the classic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Washington's face, with its timeless dignity, is one of the most recognizable images in American numismatics. On the reverse side, we see the eagle, an iconic symbol of strength, freedom, and power. The design may be familiar, but the value can vary depending on factors like the coin's mint mark and overall condition. But, as with many collectible coins, the magic happens when you get a coin in exceptional condition, and the 1998 quarter is no exception. You might be thinking, a quarter is just a quarter, right? Well, not always. When it comes to coins, condition is everything. In 1998, quarters were minted in high quantities for everyday use, so finding one in mint or near perfect condition is rarer than you might think, and here's where the value really comes into play. Coins with little to no wear, those that look like they've just come from the mint, are the ones collectors are after. There's also the possibility of error coins, coins that were struck incorrectly during the minting process. Whether it's a double strike, a misaligned design, or an unusual metal mix, error coins like these can be highly sought after and carry a premium price. Some of the 1998 quarters were issued with specific mint marks, which can also affect their value. While the Denver Mint-marked quarters are fairly common, coins from certain mints, like the Philadelphia or San Francisco mints, can sometimes be rarer and more valuable. Additionally, proof coins, those specially made for collectors, are another variant worth mentioning. These coins were produced with a special process that gives them a higher quality finish, making them more collectible and valuable than standard circulating coins. Now, I bet you're wondering, how much could a 1998 quarter dollar be worth? Well, if you happen to have one in pristine, uncirculated condition, or perhaps an error coin, you could be looking at a serious windfall. Some of these coins have been known to fetch as much as $44,000, that's right, $44,000 for a single 1998 quarter. It just goes to show, you never know what treasure you might be holding in your pocket. So, if you've got a stash of quarters or find one of these in your spare change, be sure to check its condition. You might just be sitting on a small fortune. Top 3, we're talking about the United States 1986 quarter dollar, a coin that's not only part of our nation's history but could also be hiding an impressive value. Stick with me, because at the end of this video, we'll reveal just how much this seemingly common quarter could be worth in today's market. The 1986 quarter dollar is part of the Washington series, which has been in circulation since 1932. In 1986, the United States Mint was still producing large quantities of quarters for everyday use, but that doesn't mean every 1986 quarter is created equal. While millions of these quarters were minted, there are certain factors that make some of them much more valuable than others. So, why is the 1986 quarter so special? Let's dive in. The design of the 1986 quarter is typical of the Washington series, featuring the classic portrait of George Washington on the obverse, front, side. This design, created by John Flanagan, has been a symbol of American heritage for decades, embodying the legacy of the country's first president. On the reverse side, we see the powerful image of the American eagle, which has been a symbol of freedom and strength since the very beginning of the nation. While the design has remained consistent over the years, the value of each quarter can vary depending on its condition and any rare characteristics it may have. So, why is a 1986 quarter worth anything more than its face value? The answer lies in the condition and rarity of the coin. Most 1986 quarters you'll come across are in circulation, meaning they've seen some wear and tear. But there's a special subset of these coins that are much rarer. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that have been kept in pristine, uncirculated condition. These coins are highly sought after and can demand a premium price. If you have a 1986 quarter that's free from scratches, nicks, or discoloration, you could have something special on your hands. In addition to the condition, some 1986 quarters have mint errors that can significantly increase their value. These errors might include double strikes, misprints, or even coins that were struck on the wrong metal. Error coins are especially coveted by collectors because they are unique and often very rare. For example, if you have a 1986 quarter with a misaligned design or any other minting flaw, that could dramatically increase its worth. But it's not just the errors that make this coin valuable. it's also about how many of these rare versions are still out there. Now, here's the big question: how much could your 1986 quarter dollar be worth? If you're lucky enough to own one in uncirculated condition, or one with a rare minting error, the value could be much higher than you think. Some of these quarters have been known to sell for an incredible $49,000, yes, you heard that right, $49,000 for a single 1986 quarter. It's incredible how much value can be packed into such a small, everyday coin. So, if you've got some old quarters lying around, or you happen to come across one of these rare finds, make sure to check its condition. You might just be sitting on a small fortune. Top 4, we're talking about the United States 1983 quarter dollar, a coin that might look like any other quarter, but has the potential to be worth an incredible amount of money. Stay tuned, because at the end of this video, I'll be revealing just how much this seemingly common coin could actually be worth. You won't believe the price. The 1983 quarter dollar is part of the Washington series, which has been circulating since 1932. By 1983, the U.S. Mint had already been producing quarters for decades, and this coin was no exception. However, what many don't know is that some 1,983 quarters are becoming highly sought after by collectors. While millions of these quarters were minted that year, the value of a 1983 quarter depends largely on its condition and any rare features it might have. So, what makes this coin so special? Let's take a closer look. The 1983 quarter dollar features the timeless image of George Washington on the obverse, front, side, designed by John Flanagan. Washington's portrait has become one of the most iconic symbols of the United States, embodying the nation's strength and legacy. On the reverse side, we see the classic American eagle, symbolizing power, freedom, and the spirit of the nation. While the design is familiar, the value of this coin can greatly vary based on certain factors, which we'll get into next. Most of the 1983 quarters you'll come across are just like any other coin in circulation. But there's a rare subset of these quarters that stand out due to their exceptional condition or unique characteristics. These coins are often referred to as key date coins, because they are in higher demand due to their rarity. Collectors are on the lookout for uncirculated 1983 quarters, those that have no wear, no discoloration, and look as if they just came off the minting press. A coin in mint condition is highly prized, and finding one is no easy task. In addition to condition, some 1983 quarters have minting errors or unique features that make them even more valuable. These can include errors like double strikes, off-center designs, or other rare minting issues that occurred during production. These types of errors are highly sought after by collectors, making them worth far more than a standard quarter. If you happen to have a 1983 quarter with a rare minting error or in near-perfect condition, you could be looking at a substantial return on your coin. So, what is the value of a 1983 quarter dollar? If you're lucky enough to have one in pristine, uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a minting error, the value could be $51,000, yes, you heard it right, $51,000 for a single 1983 quarter. It's incredible how much value can be hidden in a small, everyday coin. So, if you've got a collection of quarters or find one of these rare gems, make sure to check its condition carefully. You might just be holding onto a small fortune. Top 5, we're unveiling a hidden gem, the 1981 United States quarter dollar. This coin might seem like any other, but trust me, it has the potential to be worth an astonishing amount of money. Stick with me, because in just a few moments, we'll reveal exactly how much this 1981 quarter could be worth today. You won't want to miss it. The 1981 quarter dollar is part of the classic Washington series, which has been circulating in the U.S. since 1932. By the time 1981 rolled around, the U.S. Mint was already producing billions of quarters for everyday circulation. But here's the twist: while most 1981 quarters are still in circulation today, there's a rare subset of them that could make you a fortune. Why is this particular coin valuable? Let's dive into the details and find out. On the obverse, front, side of the 1981 quarter, you'll see the iconic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. This design has stood the test of time, representing the first president of the United States and a symbol of the country's founding principles. On the reverse side, the eagle, a symbol of strength and freedom, stands proudly, reflecting America's bold spirit. While these designs are familiar, it's the rarity and condition of certain 1981 quarters that really make them stand out in the world of coin collecting. You might be thinking, it's just another quarter, right? Well, not exactly. While the 1981 quarter was minted in large quantities, there's a unique group of these coins that are much more valuable than their face value. That's because certain 1981 quarters were kept in exceptional condition, pristine, uncirculated, and free from the wear and tear that happens to most coins over time. Collectors are always on the hunt for these high-quality, uncirculated versions, as they can be worth far more than you'd expect. So, if you have one that looks as good as the day it was minted, you might be holding onto a treasure. In addition to condition, some 1981 quarters have minting errors that make them even more desirable. Error coins are a collector's dream. These might include double strikes, misprints, or off-center designs, things that make a coin unique and rare. If you happen to have an error coin from 1981, you could be sitting on a jackpot. Proof coins, which are specially minted for collectors, are also worth noting. These are made with a high level of precision and a mirrored finish, making them even more valuable and sought after by serious collectors. Now, here's the part you've been waiting for. How much could your 1981 quarter dollar actually be worth? If you've got one of these coins in uncirculated condition, or if it has a rare minting error, your quarter could be worth a jaw-dropping $52,000. That's right, $52,000 for a single 1981 quarter. It's amazing how much value can be packed into something so small and simple. So, if you have a collection of quarters or find a 1981 quarter in your spare change, take a closer look. It could be worth a small fortune. Top 6, we're talking about a real gem from the past, the 1965 United States quarter dollar. This coin might look like just another piece of pocket change, but trust me, it has the potential to be worth a whole lot more than its face value. Stick around, because in just a few minutes, we'll reveal how much this quarter could be worth. You'll be shocked by the number. The 1965 quarter dollar holds a special place in U.S. coin history. It was minted during a period of significant change. In 1965, the U.S. Mint began producing quarters with a new composition, nickel and copper instead of the traditional silver, due to a coin shortage caused by rising silver prices. This shift made the 1965 quarter unique, and it's one of the most fascinating years in coin collecting history. But here's the kicker. While millions of 1,965 quarters were minted, not all of them are created equal. Some of these coins are much rarer and more valuable than you'd expect. Let's take a closer look at what makes this coin so special. On the obverse, front, side of the 1965 quarter, we have the classic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Washington's image has been on the quarter for decades, symbolizing the leadership and strength of the United States. On the reverse, we see the American eagle in all its glory, a symbol of freedom, power, and resilience. But, what makes the 1965 quarter truly intriguing isn't just its design, it's the potential for rarity and the specific features that can set some of these coins apart from the rest. Now, most 1965 quarters you'll find today have been heavily circulated and show signs of wear and tear. However, here's where things get interesting. While the 1965 quarter was minted in large numbers, there are some incredibly rare versions out there that can fetch a premium price. The key factor here is condition. Uncirculated 1965 quarters, those that have been kept in pristine condition, are extremely valuable to collectors. And if you have a 1965 quarter that looks as if it just came out of the mint, you could be sitting on a small fortune. In addition to condition, mint errors can make a 1965 quarter even more valuable. Error coins are always in high demand because they are unique and often one of a kind. Some of the rare errors you might find with 1965 quarters include double strikes, off-center designs, or missing mint marks. These mistakes during the minting process make the coin incredibly special and much more valuable. In particular, if you find a 1965 quarter with a D mint mark, Denver Mint, that has been struck with a special error or unique feature, it could be worth a substantial amount of money. So, how much is your 1965 quarter dollar worth? Well, if you're lucky enough to have one of these coins in mint condition or with a rare minting error, it could be worth a jaw-dropping $59,000, yes, you heard it right, $59,000 for a single 1965 quarter. It's incredible how a seemingly ordinary coin could be hiding such an extraordinary value. So, if you have a collection of coins or you happen to find one of these rare 1965 quarters in your spare change, make sure to take a closer look. You might just have a fortune in your hands. Top 7, we're diving into a coin from 1991, the United States quarter dollar. At first glance, this might look like just another ordinary quarter, but hold on tight, this coin could actually be worth thousands of dollars. Stick around, because in just a few moments, we'll reveal just how much this quarter could be worth. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. The 1991 quarter dollar is part of the classic Washington series, which has been circulating since 1932. By the time 1991 came around, the U.S. Mint was producing billions of quarters for regular circulation. So, why is this seemingly ordinary quarter suddenly gaining so much attention in the world of collectors? Well, the answer lies in rarity, condition, and a few unique features that make some 1991 quarters a lot more valuable than you might think. Let's break it down and see what makes this coin so special. On the obverse, front, side of the 1991 quarter, you'll see the familiar and iconic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Washington has graced the quarter for decades, symbolizing the founding father of the United States and embodying the strength of the nation. On the reverse side, you'll find the American eagle, an emblem of freedom, power, and resilience. This classic design has stood the test of time, representing the spirit of America. But while the design is well known, the true value of the 1991 quarter is found in certain rare versions of the coin, which we'll get to in just a moment. So, what makes a 1991 quarter worth anything more than its 25-cent face value? The key lies in the condition of the coin. Most 1991 quarters were heavily circulated, meaning they've probably seen quite a bit of wear and tear. But here's the catch: if you're lucky enough to find one that is in mint, uncirculated condition, it could be worth a significant amount of money. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins in pristine condition, as these can demand far higher prices than their worn counterparts. A 1991 quarter in perfect condition could be worth far more than you expect. In addition to condition, some 1991 quarters may have minting errors or unique characteristics that make them even more valuable. Error coins are always in high demand because they are one of a kind, and finding a minting mistake can dramatically increase the value of a coin. Some common errors include off-center strikes, double strikes, and missing mint marks. If you happen to find a 1991 quarter with any of these rare features, you could be holding onto a coin that's worth much more than you thought. So, how much is your 1991 quarter dollar worth? If you're fortunate enough to have one in uncirculated condition, or even better, with a rare minting error, your quarter could be worth an incredible $43,000. Yes, you heard it right, $43,000 for a single 1991 quarter. It's amazing how much value can be hidden in something as small and simple as a quarter. So, if you have a collection of quarters, or if you come across a 1991 coin in your spare change, take a closer look. You could be sitting on a small fortune. Top 8, we've got an exciting one for you, the 1979 United States quarter dollar. At first glance, it may seem like just another quarter, but you'd be amazed at how much this little coin could actually be worth. Stick around, because at the end of this video, I'll reveal just how much a 1979 quarter could bring in today. You won't believe the number. The 1979 quarter dollar is part of the Washington quarter series, which has been in circulation since 1932. By the time the 1970s rolled around, the U.S. Mint had already produced billions of these coins. So, what makes the 1979 quarter so special? Well, it all comes down to rarity, condition, and some unique features that could make this coin worth far more than its face value. On the obverse, front, side of the 1979 quarter, you'll find the timeless portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. This image of the first President of the United States has become an iconic symbol of the nation's history and strength. On the reverse side, you'll see the American eagle, a symbol of freedom and power. While the design remains the same as other quarters in the series, certain 1979 quarters stand out due to their remarkable rarity and condition, something that collectors are always on the lookout for. You might be wondering, how can a 1979 quarter be so valuable? Well, it comes down to a few key factors. First, like many other coins, most 1979 quarters were widely circulated. This means they've seen years of wear and damage, and finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is quite rare. The key to unlocking its value is finding a coin that looks as if it just came out of the mint. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is everything. A 1979 quarter in near-perfect condition could fetch a price far above its regular face value. But that's not all. There are some rare and unique versions of the 1979 quarter that can increase its worth even more. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Some 1979 quarters have minting errors that can make them even more valuable. Error coins are highly sought after by collectors because they are unique and can't be found anywhere else. These errors can include things like double strikes, off-center designs, or missing mint marks. If you happen to have a 1979 quarter with one of these rare minting errors, you could be holding onto a much more valuable coin than you think. So, what's the real value of a 1979 quarter dollar? If you've got one in mint condition, or if it has a rare minting error, you could be looking at an astonishing $53,000, that's right, $53,000 for a single 1979 quarter. It's incredible how much value can be packed into a simple coin that's been in circulation for decades. So, if you have a stash of quarters or happen to come across a 1979 coin, be sure to take a close look. It could be worth a small fortune. Top 9, we've got a real treat for you, the 1980 United States quarter dollar. At first glance, this quarter may look like just another coin from the 80s, but stick with me because you'll be shocked to learn just how much it could be worth today. Stay tuned, because at the end of the video, I'll reveal its amazing value. The 1980 quarter dollar is part of the iconic Washington quarter series, which has been circulating since 1932. By the time 1980 rolled around, this coin had become a familiar face in American currency. While millions of these quarters were minted, the 1980 quarter stands out for a few reasons that you might not know about. So, what makes this quarter so valuable? It's not just its age or its design, it's about the rarity, the condition, and a few special features that could make this coin worth far more than its 25-cent face value. Let's dive in. On the obverse, front, side of the 1980 quarter, you'll find the classic portrait of George Washington, created by John Flanagan. This design has become a symbol of American leadership and history, representing the first President of the United States and the foundation of the nation. On the reverse side, you'll see the American eagle, a symbol of strength, freedom, and resilience. These designs have remained mostly unchanged over the years, but it's the rare versions of this coin that have collectors really excited. So, what makes the 1980 quarter so valuable? The answer lies in condition. Like most coins, the 1980 quarter was widely circulated, meaning that the vast majority of them show signs of wear. However, if you happen to find one that's in mint, uncirculated condition, meaning it has been kept in pristine shape without any scratches, dents, or wear, you could have a real treasure on your hands. Collectors love coins that are in excellent condition, as they're harder to come by and hold much higher value. An uncirculated 1980 quarter could be worth far more than you expect. Here's where it gets even more interesting. Some 1980 quarters feature minting errors, which can make them even more valuable. Error coins are always in high demand among collectors because they are unique. For the 1980 quarter, these errors could include things like double strikes, off-center designs, or misaligned mint marks. If you're lucky enough to find one of these error coins, it could dramatically increase the value of your 1980 quarter. So, how much could your 1980 quarter dollar be worth? If you've got one in mint condition or with a rare minting error, you could be looking at an incredible $50,000, yes, you heard it right, $50,000 for a single 1980 quarter. It's amazing how much value can be packed into a small coin that you might overlook. So, if you've got a collection of quarters or stumble upon a 1980 quarter, take a closer look. You might just be sitting on a small fortune. Top 10 and last rare coin. We're diving into a coin that's part of the U.S. Mint's popular 50-state quarters series, the 1999 New Jersey quarter dollar. At first glance, it might seem like just another state quarter, but hold on, this little gem could actually be worth much more than its face value. Stick around, because in just a moment, I'll reveal how much this quarter could be worth today. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. The 1999 New Jersey quarter is part of the U.S. Mint's 50-state quarters program, which was launched in 1999 to honor each state with its own unique coin design. The New Jersey quarter was the third coin released in the series, and it features the state's iconic imagery and symbolism. New Jersey, known as the Garden State, has a rich history, and its quarter beautifully reflects its past. While millions of these coins were produced, some New Jersey quarters are much rarer than you might think. Let's take a closer look at what makes this coin special. On the obverse side of the 1999 New Jersey quarter, you'll find the familiar portrait of George Washington, as is the case with all quarters in the 50-state series. The reverse side, however, is where things get interesting. It features a striking design that showcases George Washington crossing the Delaware River during the American Revolution, a pivotal moment in American history. Behind Washington's image, you'll see a depiction of the ship and the state's motto, Crossroads of the Revolution. This design perfectly encapsulates the state's important role during the Revolutionary War. While the 1999 New Jersey quarter is part of a widely circulated series, there's a specific reason why this coin is worth more than you might expect. You see, although millions of these quarters were minted, finding one in uncirculated, pristine condition is quite rare. The key to its value is the condition of the coin, one that's free of scratches, dings, or signs of heavy circulation. If you have a 1999 New Jersey quarter in mint condition, you could be looking at a coin worth significantly more than its 25-cent face value. What makes this quarter even more valuable is the potential for minting errors. Some 1999 New Jersey quarters have rare errors that can make them highly sought after. These errors could include things like double strikes, off-center designs, or missing mint marks, features that collectors love to hunt for. If your New Jersey quarter has one of these rare minting errors, you could be holding onto a coin that's far more valuable than you think. So, how much is the 1999 New Jersey quarter actually worth? If you happen to have one in perfect, uncirculated condition or with a rare minting error, your quarter could be worth an astonishing $41,000. Yes, you heard it right, $41,000 for a single 1999 New Jersey quarter. It's incredible how much hidden value can be packed into a coin from the 50-state quarters series. So, next time you're going through your change or flipping through your collection, take a closer look at those New Jersey quarters. You might just have a small fortune in your hands. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new discovery. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting.